Hello, and welcome to 5 for Friday for this Friday, February 17th. First off, yes, thanks for asking. I did have a terrific vacation in the tropical paradise of Puerto Morales, just south of Cancun. Very relaxing and laptop free. But don't worry, I'm catching up on the news and there's plenty to share this week. That includes an apocalyptic forecast, flying cars, chatbots, of course, and where humans are still better than robots. Ready to get started? All right, here we go. Let's start with topic number 1, a cyber apocalypse. No, that is not my term. It was used when discussing the global cybersecurity outlook at the World Economic Forum. Be prepared for a catastrophic event related to cybercrimes, viruses, phishing, malware, and all the other scary online risks. Make sure your business is protected. This is one of the top risks on every list I see these days. Moving onward to story number 2, my never-ending quest to commute to work just like in the Jetsons. We aren't off to a great start as Ford has paused making its F-150 EV truck because of some battery fires. But even so, the EU is all in on EV starting in 2035. Also in transportation news, more robotaxis on the road in California, wind-propelled cargo ships, and several plans for flying taxis that are still struggling with airspace regulations. We're in the Wild West of transportation, so keep an eye out for potential customers or partners who might need your particular skill sets or products as this world is exploding with innovation. And with that, let's move on to story number 3, small business loans as a signal of change. New York City partnered with Goldman Sachs and MasterCard to offer low-interest loans to small businesses in the city. They expected about 1,500 applications and got over 10,000, forcing them to put the program on hold while they look at how to manage the demand. This tells me that even while big tech is laying off, small businesses are doing great. And this is not the only signal I'm reading. I'm not quite sure yet what this means in the long run, but there's definitely something going on when small business is booming and big business is struggling. Give it some thought. All right, moving on to story number 4, chatbots and AI. Is this maybe part 4 of a series? I can't keep track of how often this topic is showing up, but it's in the news constantly and it represents a huge disruption for so many businesses. I'm not sure that everyone realizes what's really going on yet. First, we have the search engine wars, with Google in a panic because Microsoft owns a part of ChatGPT and is promoting its smart Bing search engine that is generating lots of interest. But neither Google nor Microsoft have things figured out yet, because the chatbots are still wonky and have a tendency to be wrong and sometimes even rude. There are definitely limits to what AI can do, but as a small business owner, there are also ways to take advantage of tools like chatbots to make your life easier. Just be cautious about how you use them. All right, and let me remind you again, this is a signal of a huge disruption. Keep following 5 for Friday to stay on top of how this might impact your business or your customers' businesses. All right, now let's move on to our final story, story number 5, the future of work. Humans are still necessary. Some of the highest in-demand skill sets right now are skills that can't easily be automated or managed by AI. LinkedIn says the most in-demand skill is management, which feels like a very vague term to me. Other studies list high-priority skills such as strategic thinking, problem solving, project management, time management, and adaptability and creativity. Nope, robots aren't ready for jobs requiring those skills just yet. Meanwhile, some other trends in the future of the workforce include more remote work, which includes the concept of the 40% office, meaning people will spend 40% of their time at the office and then their remaining time working remotely for maximum satisfaction and productivity. And if you want your employees to be as productive as possible, then consider letting them pick their hours to be working when their brain is full of energy and not working when it's mush. The new buzzword around this concept is non-linear workday. There's more in the newsletter, but the gist of it is that we not only need to think about how robots and automation could impact our small businesses, but also how we might need to alter our concept of a traditional workday to maximize retention, employee satisfaction, and productivity. Are you ready for that change? Finally, a quick bonus story about Neiman Marcus niching down to focus on ultra-wealthy customers. That's the bonus story for today. How does that relate to your business? Well, think about that concept of niching down. You can read more if you subscribe to the paid newsletter. Otherwise, thanks for joining me today for this week's 5 for Friday. As always, I hope you will sign up to receive these videos directly from me or subscribe on YouTube so you can continue to hear more about these signals of change that could impact your small business. Again, thanks for joining me. Have a great weekend. Happy Friday.